Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to a cozy Sunday. Today we are going to start off at the flea market here in Tiny Bookshop. We do have a little bit of money in the bank, so we might buy something today from the flea market. But right now what we need to focus on is what we actually sell at the flea market. So let's have a look. We do need to buy 7 items, so we've got that. We've got Travel, Fact and Classics are the top sellers here, which is good because I have an absolute stack of classic books that I want to sell. We're going to put a load there, then we can stick some fact books in. Travel, we're doing okay on, so we'll fill up with travel as well. And then a minor selection of other titles, just filling out everything else. So we'll put some kids books in, which we do have a high chance to sell, so I'll put quite a few of them in. We've then got fantasy. Crime also sells quite well today, so actually let's remove a couple of the kids books and put some more crime books in. And then our last one is going to be probably fantasy and drama. I'll put in a couple of dramas, and we'll drop a couple of classics out so we can fit in some fantasy. That will do us for now. I think that's good. Right, off to the flea market we go. So today's episode, again, we're just going to sell some more books and talk a little bit, talk about my week. You can talk about your week in the comments if you want. I mean, it would be really nice to hear what you've been up to. But we are going to get ourselves underway by opening our bookshop. There we go. Whoops, I've done something there that I didn't mean to do, but we'll carry on. And here we go. Let's make some sales. It's a nice bright day. It did say it was going to rain, so I don't know when that's actually going to happen, but let's have a look at what is available. We've got some art here. They are expensive, though, the art dealers. So, yeah, he's got quite a lot, but, yeah, it's not... Yeah, not great, to be honest. I don't want to be spending money there. What about Tilda? Has she got anything for me? She's got a desk lamp, a birdhouse, and some old paperbacks. We also do have our friend here. She has the Gothy bookshop here. Oh, it's this guy who's selling stuff there. So we do know we need to buy some spooky stuff. So there's a little pumpkin figurine there. There's a gothic table for 120 and a cauldron for 90. Now the cauldron gives us 2 recommendations per day. So we'll take the cauldron. That puts us down to £7 left. We'll have to sell some books before we buy anything else. But that gets us at 5 out of 7. Hi, Moira. It's spooky time. I hope you're already preparing, yeah? I don't want to see any half-arsed efforts for my favourite holiday. It's not a terrifying... Yeah, we've got a lot more to do. But we've got plenty of time to do it. Tilda's turning her shop into a haunted house. Okay. So I guess we can go to... I mean, Tilda's old bookshop is by the... Cafe Liberté, so we could go there. So she wants a travel guide, also female authors. Okay, right. Mary Shelley's rambles in Germany and Italy. That could be a good one. A Year in Tokyo by Christiane Jones as well. Maybe Japan. A Year in Tokyo. Let's try that. Nice and easy. Fun trip, you are very welcome. And that gives us our first inspiration boost. I need to turn on the coffee machine. I didn't mean... Do you like the rain? Ah, good boy. I don't think he does like the rain. Ooh! Speak. Good boy. I didn't know this was a thing. I'm training my dog. Yeah! You're a really good finder. You always find the best stuff. You found some really rare trading cards. And then bought some really cool hats. Look for some fun earrings for your mum. Okay, bye-bye. Coffee machine. No, not the dog, the coffee machine. There we go. Right, that's on. And this, I can't remember what it does. We lose recommendations, but we get a boost to our plant effects. But I'm not going to do that. We're starting to sell some books, so we're making a little bit of money today. We do know that these are bestsellers, but I wonder if that was just because of the layout of the bookshop. Now that it's changed, it might be totally different. Anyway, he wants a science fiction, but he also wants a tragedy. Classics. We've got drama books here, so let's have a look. Last Night at the Telegraph Club with the Outsiders. Coming of age novel. Okay, maybe not. Principle of Moments. Battle Royale. It's not really a science fiction. Right, okay, classics. Valpurga is a historical. Picture of Dorian Gray. A tragic story. Picture of Dorian Gray's kind of tragic. Far from the Maddening Crowd. Maria Stewart, Tudor Tale of Power. All of the House of Usher. Walden. I think we've got all kids' books and a crime book there. I See You in Room. Ooh, okay. I don't know if this is going to work. Right, okay. A tragic story, but it needs to be science fiction. It needs to be science fiction. We don't have any science fiction, though. Unless some science fiction has kind of somehow managed to find its way into one of these, which it hasn't. This... Oh, space. Time and space. Let's try this. Whoa, that worked. Okay, that's good. We get another boost there. Our coffee machine is on cooldown, so once that's done, we can have another go here. We've got £32 in the bank, so that at least gets us to whatever our next destination is. And there we go. Turn the coffee machine back on, see if we can get a little bit more profit. Flower shop is nothing going on there. Anne has come to buy some stuff. Do I have a book? Well, you can have a look, so come on in. Right. Coming of age plotline. A good young adult novel. Right, we did have one. I think we've gotten rid of it. What did we have? Yeah, that coming of age novel was the one that we've given to Fern, unfortunately. And a young adult novel. Maybe some of the kids' books have kind of been there. But into a young adult one. Wrinkle in Time, science fantasy, Three Young Heroes. The Little Prince isn't really a coming of age one. Miss Peregrine isn't one. Okay, I see you. Room. It won't be Room, definitely not. We could go with this. Let's try it. It does work. Fantastic. That's good. Wonderful. You're very welcome. Now, over here, there is somebody who will sell us some stuff. What have they got? A sand bucket, a review bench, a review board. Successfully recommending a book, you get a 1% bonus to all book sale chances. Sand bucket. This will give us more kids sale chance, and as long as we're at the beach. Then the small bench, inspiration duration, but also daily expenses. Okay, right, we'll leave that for now. Still no extra shelves. She doesn't have any either. We could buy the birdhouse and the desk lamp. Desk lamp is classics and sales, so that's something that we can look at. Might be what we need to go for, actually. Flea market hasn't been the best day here, to be honest. So that's unfortunate. And that is the end of the day. I'm going to very quickly buy that desk lamp. And that gets us, I think, one more purchase at the flea market. And we'll be good. Right, what do you want? Serious, sophisticated literature. So it's got to be a classic. We could go with Hunchback of Notre Dame. Far from the Maddening Crowd. Let's try Hunchback of Notre Dame. No. What? Fine. You wanted something a bit more complex. Right, we do need one more purchase. I don't... Oh, wait a minute. I think we can just buy the books here. There we go. Does that help? Yeah, we've completed the treasure hunter. Great. We got some new books and we've completed the treasure hunter task, so we can move on at the end of today. What a strange bookshop. I'll have you know it's a very good bookshop. My God. Well, let's talk about some books, I guess. I've just finished reading a book called The Time Traveller's Guide to Medieval England, which is set between the 13 and the 1400s. I think I may have spoken about this in my last video, but it's very cool. It was kind of like an expose of life in that 100-year period, and it was very, very much based in fact and stuff, so it was really nice. What have we got today? Nothing going on, but it is a thunderstorm, so let's just have a look at our map and see where we could potentially go. I reckon going to the lighthouse might be a good idea, because that's where the spooky people are, isn't it? No, that's at the castle. We'll go for a moody, rainy day at the castle ruins. So yes, it was really, really interesting, and I did enjoy it a lot. It talked about like plague, and basically it imagines that you are traveling through time and you are going to medieval England, and it essentially tells you factually what life was like in medieval England, and it was really good. It kind of really like led you through what it would be like on a day-to-day basis living there. So I really enjoyed it, and it slowed down a little bit, and there were certain parts of it that I wasn't particularly interested in, but I did really like it overall. I thought it was really cool. It's certainly one that I would recommend. I don't think it's one that I would read again. It was very information heavy, and that did make some parts of it difficult to digest in terms of like, just getting through it. It did become a bit of a slog, but I still really enjoyed it, and I would recommend anyone read it for like a one-time read. It was really good, really well researched, and really well written. And that's a kind of time period that I'm really interested in. Obviously, you have seen me playing Manor Lords and stuff because those types of games really inspire me, and I like being immersed in that sort of environment. So that was something that I really enjoyed about the book. And if you are interested in that time period and English history in general, it's well worth getting into. So we still need to show the Pipit Pioneers or Pipit Pioneers some scary stories to tell during their campfire nights. Now, we've got one more, and it basically involves us giving them a recommendation. So we're going to go and see them now. We've got plenty of crime books, so they want something very scary. Carrie could do it. Young adult fiction. That might be it. Let's try Carrie. We're just going to go straight for it. Yes. Perfect. So that completes another sticker book for us. Another little badge, which is great. And then if we have a look then in our booklet here, we have done that. We've done that. But do we need to speak to someone? Yes, we need to speak to Harper. And then here we need to speak to the Pipit or Pipit Pioneer. There we go. Gah! Hey, oh, hello. Oh, it's just you. Yeah, it's me. Is that it? What about you? No? Who is it then? Who do I need to talk to? I'm very confused right now. Remember when Crabcore? I don't actually remember. I do like the ruins, Klaus. It's really nice. Knights and Royals. Oh, that's cool. Right, we've got a recommendation here. We should put some coffee on as well. They want to play interested in nature, but could also go for a tragic story. We've got A Midsummer Night's Dream, which is nature related. It's not tragic. It is a comedy. We could try this. Unless we have any Shakespeare that has snuck into fantasy. What about drama? Is Fleabag the play? It is a play. I mean, it won't work really because it is a play, but it's nothing to do with nature. There is a tragic twist in there, but I wouldn't say it was completely tragic. Let's do A Midsummer Night's Dream. It doesn't get the tragic aspect. Ah, okay. It is about nature. You are wrong. You are absolutely wrong. The whole point of it is it's about fairies and the forest and the fae folk and all of the mischief that goes on in that forest. So you are wrong about that, I'm afraid. Maybe I have to come back another day to speak to them. Okay, let's do this recommendation. Romance is a must-have for me. Big fantasy fanatic, but not a fan of horror at all. So do we have a love story that is set in a fantasy setting? Not really. What about, it's a teen love story. We need a fantasy. Girls Like That, that's another play. Wow, that's interesting. We've got an Evan Placey and a Phoebe Waller-Bridge. These are both really good plays. So if you do like, we'll do Persuasion. It's not really fantasy, but we'll give that a go. What else have we got in here? We've got kids' books in here. That doesn't work. We'll try Persuasion. Yeah, so those were two very good plays. Fleabag is incredible. Obviously, you've probably seen the series, but it started out as a play, and I actually saw Phoebe Waller-Bridge perform the play, so that was really good. And Girls Like That by Evan Placey is a wonderful play about the kind of school environment and how girls sometimes react to one another, but also the dangers of the internet and how deadly doing some things on the internet can be. It's a really interesting play. and one that is frequently performed in school at my kind of level for exam pieces. So it's well worth reading if you're into plays and stuff. And the great thing about Evan Placey's Girls Like That is it's actually that there's no real character in there until later on. So it's very good. So anyway, a literary fiction, something tragic. We can't really do Girls Like That. We can't do better than the movies. No, they want a tragedy, a romantic tragedy. So the fact books aren't going to work. I think we have to give it a go with something like... What about better than the movies? And the world spins away. Let's try this. I don't think it's going to work. Yeah. Never mind. I should have brought more classics. I wasn't... That's the thing. It would be great if you could actually pick the books that you bring. Or if I just had another shelf. When am I going to find another shelf? Like, if we have a look in the newspaper, there's nothing here. We've got a basement bin there. We'll take that. Oh, we already took it. Yeah, not a great deal for us there, unfortunately. But we'll do one more day. We're about to close off here. So let's close up. Say goodbye. Ooh, okay. We've got a new cutscene. There was a noise. Out in the woods. And out jumped the werewolf. Eega! And she's not scared. Harper, that is Harper, isn't it? She would like to meet a werewolf for science. Okay. And there we go. We have all of that done. That's excellent. And off we go for the night. So that's another sticker book done. We do need to go and speak to somebody else. If we have a quick look at our sticker books, we've collected that one. We don't know what we need to do to get this, unfortunately. The flea market, we need to go and speak to Harper. Now, Harper, we normally find her at... the flea market was where we last saw her, but she is normally at the beach. We've also got some stuff here. We need to attend the Fear Festival with the spooky setup, which means we need 6 out of 5 spooky items. We've got that. That's done. Marion, we don't have anything for her. Find Klaus a stage for his band, but there should be space near the lighthouse. We need to help them find an audience and a place to play. We've got to buy 7 of Walt's old items and get rid of the cruise ship, but we don't know how to do that just right now. Nothing for Fern. So these memories and stuff are really interesting. We've done Tilda's delivery, but we've not really made much progress with any of the other characters. Over at the flea market, we've got one. We need to speak to Tom Ash at the lighthouse. So I think now that, it is Mega Savings Day, isn't it, at the Mega Marché, so maybe we have to go there. I think it was. Yeah, Mega Savings Day, then the cruise ship goes away. Waterfront Fish Market. Okay, so let's head straight down to the Mega Marché, and we'll see what's there on our last day of the episodes today. Right, so we know at Mega Marché we actually sell quite a bit of drama, kids, and crime books. So we'll stock up on drama. We'll put kids' books all the way along the bottom shelf there. And we'll put in a few drama and then move into our usual fact and stuff. And then fantasy. I'm going to add in a little bit more drama there. Hang on a minute. That's all drama as well, isn't it? Yeah, okay. Let's put some crime in. 10 crime, 9 drama, 5 fact. What are we looking at for here again? Kids, drama, and crime. And yeah, okay, that's good. We'll put another drama in there. Then we've got classics, which we can fill up to here. And then travel. We'll do 3 travel books or 2. We can fit another one in there. 3. Good. Right, we are ready to go. So let's sell some books. The book that I've just started reading is called The Mercies, and it is about an island off the coast of Scandinavia. And the women there are devastated when their ships, operated by their husbands, are sunk by a storm, and they all die. Most of the men in the village die, and the women are kind of turned over to run the place. And it's a really interesting time where the old gods and the old kind of Norse mythology and stuff is starting to be superseded by Christianity. I think this is basically the impression that I'm getting from the book so far. And somebody comes into that village to basically run it, which makes life very difficult. And it becomes this unfortunate thing where they're actually accused of witchcraft. So it's not great. But I haven't got to that point yet, but I know a little bit of the backstory from basically kind of researching it. Anyway, somebody doesn't want any plot twists. I really don't want any plot twists, and please no dry or dull reading. However, I'm looking... Hang on. You want a novel that isn't dry or dull, but you don't want any plot twists, and you want a crime novel. I'm very confused by this. Let's go with This Book Will Bury Me, I guess. True crime discussion boards, chasing down new leads. Let's try this. That'll do. Welcome back to the Mega Marché, and a happy Mega Savings Day to you. You know the drill. Everything must be £1 off. Yeah, new mascot. It's supposed to be St. Bookston. Cassie reckons it will make us cool with the elderly customers, but at least I get a laugh every day before work now. Yeah, okay, nice to see you, Klaus. So, we get the Mega Mascot, which drops our classic sale chance, but gives us a 10% bonus to our customer count. We then have 10% to all books sales, 15% to customer count, but we make £1 less per book. But if we get recommendations, a book about plants or rocks or animals, as long as it's about nature, wouldn't mind getting us something a bit more sophisticated. Well, we don't have a lot left. We're being absolutely wiped out here. So I only have historical niche and the code book. So I don't have anything about rocks or animals there. Unless there's a children's book here. No. And then classics, we don't have anything here. We're out of travel books. We're probably going to have to, maybe, unless there's something fantasy, an astrobotanist. That's nature. I don't think we're going to get this one done. Satellite, chain of events, doesn't work. Historical niche. I mean, let's try historical niche. Yeah. I know, I'm sorry. Let's coffee machine back on and help this customer. A whodunit with an interesting detective. You'd like to be able to carry the book, so you want it small. We might be able to do that. But a detective niche might not be available to us, unfortunately. Oh, Sherlock Holmes. Let's try that. Nice. We're at £79.81. We're making quite a bit of money today, which is really good. We can pick up some of these right now, though. I think we'll just wait. But we are getting completely cleaned out. We've got 3 drama, 2 fact, 3 fantasy. What's up here? Hi. Can I get a book? You want to do some historical research? Do I have any... Yes, historical niche. There you go. Perfect. That's worked out very well for us. £100 in the bank. We've gone right up. We've only got 7 books left. And we are almost done with our day. So that's been a fantastic evening. Right, we've got 3 books left. Are we going to sell out today? I think the last customer's leaving. So we haven't quite sold out, but with only 3 books left, we are pretty much done. Cleared out at the Mega Marché on sales day. But obviously, per book, we lose £1 each. So we've actually lost 10, 20, 25, 28, 31, 39, 42 pounds down, really. So, but we sold loads. So that was a nice bonus. The cruise ship leaves today, so I don't really know what that gives us in terms of stuff. It's the 23rd of autumn. So tomorrow, I don't know where we're going to start our episode, but it has been a good one. It's been nice to talk about some books whilst selling books. If there's anything that you're reading and you want to talk about, drop a comment. It would be really nice and interesting to hear what books you like. And if you have any favourites, let me know. I might even add them to my Goodreads list. So hope you enjoyed today's episode, and I will see you next Sunday for another cozy Sunday playing Tiny Bookshop. Bye bye.